Welcome to the right renovation. Keep motivated and stay on board. The motivation's good this morning. It's a Monday morning, it's a decent morning out there. As you can hear, it's a bit echoey in here, but we finished off last week by getting all the wallpaper on. £1.50 a roll, that wallpaper from Bernardo's. What a bargain, so £4.50 to wallpaper the wall. Bit of wallpaper paste, £2.99. I think that's a bit of a bargain. It's made a lovely wall. The white walls are looking good. They did have about 5 coats in the end. I've still got that corner to address. It's now all gone off, but today it's going to be mainly skirting boards and doors. They're all out there ready, look. So we're going to get all that sanded, the door both sides, and I want to get a coat of undercoat on all of it before the end of play today. So that's my goal. So like I say, set yourself a goal in the morning, and we're going to crack on today. I'll time lapse the sanding. I've got the radiator to obviously still address. I have washed all that out, did that the other night. Let's get this done, then we're into that room, the tool room. Right, less waffling from me. Let's get to it. And I think by the end of today, we're not going to be far off with this room. So let's go for it. Okay, so the skirtings have had their first coat. They're not looking too bad. I'm thinking once they've had another coat of the Fortress there, undercoat, they give them a bit more depth, and then possibly get one coat of gloss on today. But I'm going to give these a quick coat, then I'm going upstairs. I'm going to do the door, which we now know is fitted, and the windowsill, give that some undercoat, and then we're ready for glossing. After that, we'll stick the skirtings on. I might stick the skirtings on after I've put another coat of undercoat on there, and then gloss them while they're down. I mean, the door is it is battered. It's not one of the worst ones we've had. I think it's going to paint up nice. I had to move the hinges up because the screws wouldn't correlate with the door. So I had to move them up a bit. Obviously the battered out hinges that I've got in there, I've had to space that one out because it was dug in that deep that the door was just catching on the back of here when it's shut. So I've had to fill that out with a little shim. On the hole, I don't think we've got it looking bad. If you watch, it shuts lovely. No springing. You know, I was talking about when the door springs when it gets to nearly shut. That's not luck. That shuts lovely. Don't look too bad around the edges. We've got pretty even space for a funny shaped door. Oh, love it when they shut like that. Like I've always said to you, things will look worse before they look better. But before I paint it, I'll take the handles off and I will put a bit of filler in. So, but that's the job I wanted to get done today, definitely. My little patch-up job doesn't look too bad. I've sanded it and I've just added another little fine skim to take all the imperfections out. So I'm going to give that a whip over with some paint, probably first thing in the morning. Keep motivated, stay on board. Okay, so skirtings had 2 coats, the doors had 2 coats, it's looking good, it's all dry. I'll just dry laid the skirting back in. Got to paint that corner. I'm just going to put some little spacers underneath the skirting, just to lift it up a touch. It's easier when they put the carpets in and get a bit of carpet underneath it. I've got a couple of joins to fill once it's in, one there. On this, that's not too bad, 2 joints. I thought I had more than 2 joints. I've cleaned off all around the window today. I'm going to seal up around that window Window boards had 2 coats of undercoat. Let's get these skirts on. All I'm going to do is I've got some OB1. Let me show you what I mean by OB1. It's OB1. It's this, my son tells me it's the equivalent to CT1. It was the same company. And there was a bit of a breakaway in the company and somebody opened up with this. Multi-surface construction sealant and adhesive. And it grabs really well. That's why I like using it for skirting. It's not really any good for putting round sanitary wear. I did a bit of grey in the bathroom just because I like the look of the grey. But it's more as a grab, I think, a grab adhesive, and great for, you can put it on in the wet, so you can put it on underwater and stuff like that. But I mainly use this for grabbing the skirting boards. It's a tenner a tube. I've used the cheaper ones, tried to put skirtings on, they're springing off the wall and all sorts. But this stuff, pretty much once it grabs it, it grabs it. So let's get to it. The skirtings are glued on. Pretty straightforward. Try and get them level, especially where the joins are. What I'm going to do now is mix up a little bit of filler, and I'm going to fill the join there, fill the join there, fill the join there, and where that edge meets there, I'll put a little bit in. Once the filler's in, I'm then going to cork all the tops and I'll let it go off. I'm going to paint that, so let's crack on with that. That's the window sealed, up and around the window. Corked all the way around the tops of the skirting. I've left a bit there because I put some filler in there because it's just battered, that skirting. So I'm trying to build it up with a bit of filler to make it right. I've overfilled my joins, so when they're gone off, I can sand them down pretty smooth. See how they're filled those? Can't done it, but it will look better once it's smoothed down. So yeah, I painted my fix there. You'd have never known, would you? And that's not a bad job at all. I think I might get the gloss out and gloss that door and gloss that windowsill while my filler's going off, which is going to take quite a while. I'm going to let it go hard. Probably do it tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to do that bit first. Get that in, get it corked. I ain't got to worry about any of that. Got to do the same routine with the radiator. Get it outside, get it cleaned, get it rubbed down if there's any marks on it. Get some stain block on it first, get some gloss on it, get it hung back on there. Tidy up the valves. Hey, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. So keep motivated and stay on board. So today's goal is get the vent on there. You saw me put one of them on in the bedroom. It's just a case of taking the back off, marking the holes and dropping it back on. We're gonna do the radiator. You can see that, it's outside ready to paint. But first of all, I'm gonna get a coat of gloss on all the skirtings. I've filled them, I've rubbed them down where the joins are. And we're going to get a coat of gloss on the door, both sides. That door's come up nice, that's how bad it was. That's had 2 coats of undercoat. I think it's well worth putting 2 coats on just to get that nice finish. And then that's today's goal. So a full coat of gloss on the skirtings and the doors, vent up, and we're going to rub down the radiator, spray it with a bit of stain block to start with, because it is a bit dirty. I've already flushed it out and cleaned it. So yeah, let's go for it. So these are the tools. Seems a lot just for a vent up. Obviously going to need a drill, 6mm bit. Got just some cheap that I found in a bag that came with something. It's only holding a vent up. Some 6mm raw plugs with some screws. It's the vent, you need a hammer to tap in your raw plugs. Simple as that really. So I'm going to put it on the wall, mark it up, drop the vent on, slide it along, tighten it up, and just pop that back over the top. So let's see how we go. Okay, so first part of the day, successful. Time is, let's have a look, oh, it's 12:30. Time for a bit of dinner. Windowsill done, all the skirting's done. And I coat either side of the door and the door frame. We're doing as we should, so keep hearing on the radio. When you're painting is boring. It can be, can't it? Satisfying when it's done, but it can be boring. Keep your radio on, keep your mind ticking, keep you motivated. But on the radio it keeps saying, weather's going to turn horrible this afternoon. So I need to get down there with a bit of sandpaper, a bit of fine grit sandpaper, take the grills off around the radiator, and we'll get that rubbed down, we'll get it stain blocked, and then we'll get it sprayed. And it'll be ready to go back on.